Hey guys, it's Jo again. So yesterday I posted a video called #churchtoo. I talked about a lot of really negative responses that the church has to abuse victims and why that is so damaging. And I thought I should probably clarify why I say that. I want to talk about a really positive experience from someone in the church. And that person is a good friend of mine. You know who you are. I wrote this friend a letter and I told him and his wife what had happened to me. I couldn't really bring myself to call them. I received a letter back a couple days later. In that was a ticket, and it said this is good for basically coming and staying at our house as long as you want. It was a blank check to just come and be with them. I took them up on that. After a couple months, I got to a breaking point where I couldn't take anything anymore, and I really just threw my dog in the car and left the state, drove across the country, spent weeks with them. Now, this friend of mine is a pastor, and so if anyone would be prone to giving all of the Christian answers and shoving religion down my throat, it would, probably be someone who is a pastor, right? No, I remember one conversation specifically, and I think it was one of the only conversations that we had that was really directly about what had happened. I think it was like the second day that I was there that we went to a coffee shop and we got to talking about what happened. He invited me to talk about what had happened. Not pressured me, but just opened the door for a conversation. I just started talking. And I don't know how long I talked, but he just listened. I told him about the actual event. I told him, about the pastor who had raped me, the person that I thought I knew very well. And then I told him about the response of many church members and how I felt so lost and so betrayed and so, worthless. And he was just letting me talk. Just being there, just being a friend. And he wasn't giving me, biblical references for why, well, everything happens for a reason and you should read, this book of the Bible, or here's a great Christian answer to slap on things, but he was just there. And then when I was done talking, he said, Jo, it sounds like people in the church really failed you and have not showed who Jesus is to you at all, and I'm so sorry. And that was it. And I think he said something along the lines of, but that isn't who God is. God loves you. You're worth so much. My wife and I care so much about you, and you're always welcome here. And that was about it. And so I stayed with them for a couple weeks after that, and then I went home, but they invited me to stay longer. They invited me to, live with them for the summer, find a job, just be there if that's what I needed to do. What they did was love me, support me, be there for me. They didn't disappear. They weren't scared to have real conversations with me. Through that, they are one of the only people who left the door open to faith in my life, because they didn't make everything about faith, because they didn't make everything about anything other than being my friend, than being there. Just knowing that they were there meant everything. It was a lifesaver, literally. You would be amazed what little conversations do. It does not take much to save a life. And specifically to people in the Christian church, there is so much pressure to evangelize, to convert people, to bring people into the fold, to say the right thing and, have answers for things. But the people who tried to have all the right answers and bring me back to Jesus and all of this stuff when I was done with faith were extremely effective in pushing me away. The people like the friend I just told you about were incredibly effective at drawing me closer and showing me that maybe there was a God who really did love me and really did care about me. I still have a lot of questions about faith. I'm still not really sure where I fall with that. But it was because of people like this person that door was even still open. So when I talked in the last video about Christians, don't do the Christian thing, don't do the religious thing, don't try to have answers, just love people, listen to people, be there. And I truly believe that is living out your faith. I say that because I know that When people did that to me, when people treated me that way, they were the only people who made the idea of faith again in my life even remotely a possibility. And more than that, they were the people who helped me live, helped me survive, helped me feel like I could make it. Let me know that I was gonna be okay. I know I gave some pretty negative examples yesterday, so I just want to give a positive one today. And to the friends that I was talking about in this video, you will never have any idea how much you did for me and how much you do for me, and from the bottom of my heart, thank you. I'm Jo Beckwith. As always, I so appreciate you watching and taking time to listen. If you're interested in seeing more videos like this, please hit subscribe, and I really look forward to seeing you next time.